and I met a lot of other people, and people have informed me. Also Kicks too from Hood Apes told me about it early. It's a few different people who were, like kind of on it,
Right.
but I, when I started putting in the idea of what was happening in Web3, then I was kind of really going over certain things they were showing on TV and what was going on, and kind of just clicked in my mind. Like, yeah, probably a little younger than me, but there's a few movies that been out, and you like Enemy of the State with Will Smith and Gene Hackman, for example. When I first watched that, I was like, "What the fuck? There's no way they could do that." Now
Right.
that's pretty much the normal in life. Everywhere you walk, there's a camera watching you. And then
Yeah.
the shit with Tom Cruise and Colin Farrell when they had screen, that was screen touch everything. That was way before screen touch was. I mean, touch screen. So watching Ready Player One and just thinking of all that's going on, seeing all that's going on, and if you kind of think about it, Twitter and Instagram is kind of the segue to it all. Like
Right.
people
Right.
get on there and kind of lose everything or feel comfortable with being a totally different person. So obviously, Oculus dropped. It's a few different things at play at once.
do,
To be
do
honest
you
with you.
are you heavy onto like, because you said Dutch and them putting you on to a lot of different things. Like for us, we big on like YouTube. Like was you in like the rabbit hole all night, like watching YouTube videos trying to understand this whole web one, web two, web three thing? Or you just pretty much just you chopping it up with the guys and like the discourse
No,
and stuff
both,
like
a
that?
little both. I'm a big YouTuber too, and kind of getting information I see from other people, and especially outside of music. I think when you're in the music industry, it's important to check out what big tech's talking about. Um, Big industry, big agriculture, big pharma, big everything. So I think I'm a person who likes to kind of dive into the web hole the rabbit hole, and seeing how far down the web I could go on getting information. So I'm a mixture of both, and just trying to listen to people I believe are really smart and aware in the space. Especially also too, I think I seen an article, and I read an article. I can't remember where it was from, but it was speaking about minorities in the web space, especially the NFT space, and how much they were doing. And I'm like, damn, where are they at? Like, I don't know too many of them. I know a few of them, and then I started thinking, wow, there's a lot of people out here just doing different shit that you have no idea about if you're in another world. So just trying to keep abreast.
Yo, I got a question real quick, Kels. When did like who onboarded you? Cause like we watched the verses with that y'all did with Dipset, and Jada, he on there talking about he don't do the internet, he don't do Instagram, like he outside rapping what he do. And I think everybody in here just associate that with the locks, like these niggas just rap. But whole time you everywhere in the background with your Web3 and crypto and all this other stuff. So like when did the interest come, and like who onboarded you?
Well, I think the interest just comes one. I think when you on the side of, besides what I do, I juice and own pharmacy for life alongside my wife and my partner. So when you surround yourself as an entrepreneur and a man of the community, you kind of want to be abreast on what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? I can't. I want to know what the kids are into. I want to know what the future is, and especially as a businessman. When you hear about, just hearing about crypto as a businessman and see where it's going and how much people have used it and got to do some positives in their life. And then I think when I got a few examples of people that were successful, it made it easier for me to just go, yeah, I'm pretty much always looking at something new to do. If it, if it's if it's keeping up with the world's algorithm, so to say.
How I seen Money Man took like his whole advance for his last album. I think it was like 7 figures in Bitcoin or something. Are you that like convicted into it, or you just kind of like dibble and dabble?
Yeah, I'm half and half. It depends on what the play look like. It depends how smart it is. Um, I look at all business like business. Even though it's kind of new business. If it's something smart that I could do and I feel like it's worth it, then I'm gonna go all in. If not, then I'm gonna weigh it out. Like I haven't bought any of my NFT projects with anything I've invested or bought. I kind of use the win lose draw mentality. I'm not going to spend what I don't have, and I plan on holding it for the long run. For it to pop with my son. So I try to cop by the threes when I cop a set. So eventually, even if in the future I got to sell one, it probably will be one. and make sure I'm holding on to something. So I like to just stay up with shit, you know.
I guess you mentioned like big tech and stuff like that, especially when you're in the music industry. Common conversation that we have in and coffee. People probably gonna send me hate tweets for this, but what do you think about the NFT albums and stuff like that? What's your take on that?
I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't understand what's the problem with people. I don't even understand why people have a problem with that. I think anything where you can have more ownership is definitely more sensible. Like that's just pretty much how I see things. I mean, it evens out. I get understanding being scared of being in a world you're not really up on and it's brand new. And I think what people need to know is even the people that are, putting out projects in the space is new to them also. So I think if you could cross promote, cross market, and then also have another whole outlet to put music out on, you would be crazy not to. Like I don't, that's just my point of view. The same way, and if you really want to get down to it, right? The same way you kind of you when you think about music nowadays, you can't play music without your phone unless you're riding around with a record player and a CD player, which most people don't have on them. So everything is technical nowadays. Your whole record collection is pretty much on your Apple Music or your Tidal or Spotify or whatever you're using. So I think it's just really looking at where the world is today and being up on speed and don't get caught behind thinking that shit won't happen when it's actually already happening.
I seen you and Jim Jones talking about quarantine studios and like cutting out Apple from distribution on the Earn Your Leisure podcast. You think that's where the future is going, where everything's on the
I don't
blockchain?
think everything's going to be on the blockchain, but I mean, for me, I look at it like this. With all of these big companies that's invested in NFTs now, we think they're just gonna throw their money out? I think they know something that they know it's a good hit. Like I don't see Adidas, Nike, Pizza Hut, Pepsi, Playboy, and all of these huge other companies starting to get into NFTs if it's gonna be a bust. I think it's inevitable at some new form, which it's already happened of like the digital coin and being on a blockchain. New form of new business is always going to happen. So I don't think I think we're in a world where everything's moving so fast it's inevitable.
Where you think it's good for smaller artists with this Web3?
I think if they, I don't think it's
Are they
just
gonna be
gonna.
able
I
to
don't think the
compete?
way things are going now, everything's just gonna up and disappear. And it's gonna be Web 3. I think it's here already. Web 2 is still here, and I think it's about those who's gonna want to be able to advance to migrate. And I think eventually, yeah, the future artists or the new artists, the artist who's coming out now, has to definitely implement the NFT aspect of pushing his brand out. I think to not do that would kind of be slow for like a younger artist, you know.
I mean, yeah, we definitely seen. I guess some people had success, but I think, well, I guess officially or unofficially, I don't know if Tory Lanez was the first, and then I know like Kanye of recent, I believe his was on the stem player or something, right? And he dropped his, and I mean, you could guys definitely see the difference in like you just like how you said ownership and not having the labels and stuff, with their hands in their pockets and stuff like that. So definitely see it more so in the future, but I definitely think it took like somebody like Kanye, I guess, like kind of like a huge artist or an artist like yourself that's actually in this space. Because I see artists that kind of just take the money bags for like the promotion, but not really pushing the project. I looked at your Instagram, you like, yo, I'm trying to get
Yeah,
whitelisted, like, and you look like you really
yeah.
mean
But I mean, I
it.
believe I believe in the space. You know what I mean? I believe we're in a new time. I believe it's actually going to happen, and I believe if you look at it and you think about it, we're just adding technology to it. Like what people doing that is the same as artists 10 years ago, 15 years ago deciding to go independent instead of using a major. But now it's a new outlet, so everyone's not up on it. They're not hip, so they're not, everybody's not going to jump to it. But eventually it's going to be the same thing. It's like, even some artists get caught up in the wrong deal, and then some artists are smart enough to make sure they make partnerships, business partners, and continue to keep moving like that. I think I think this space in particular will enable a lot of artists to see that. I truly believe a lot of artists are going to get in this space and make more money than they did in the music space. And some people will see that, and eventually, I don't think that's right away. I think with the right idea and the right mind state and mental pattern, that's eventually bound to happen.
Sorry, can I just jump in here quickly as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So, speaking about the NFTs and the big benefit, would you want to elaborate a little what this collaboration that is actually going live in 1 minute for the public, what the utility is, and like how owners own the licensing to the music as well? Because I think that's the big difference between what Web 2 and Web
Yeah,
3 is about when it comes to music NFTs. So,
I hope
uh,
we get to go to the
yeah.
juice
No,
bar.
more than that,
yeah,
everybody who owns the NFT, first and foremost, if you bought the Styles P NFT, you get the lifetime. You get the lifetime backstage to any one of my solo shows, not just one either. Continuous solo shows. Um, Definitely anybody who got it definitely is going to get a pharmacy for life package from me. Also, a few people got it going to get to get up and meet me at the juice bar. Others will get to meet me in the studio, pull their music out, produce a record if I like the music, and they also get my ownership of the record. I'm not trying to take nobody's publishing. You get your 50% as a producer. So, and on top of that, I think you get the benefits of being in the Wall Street Bulls, owning the Bull, and getting the benefits of their Discord and all the things you get to learn out of it and connections with good people you have. So, limited NFT, but really, 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 really cool utility. And anybody who knows me in the music world or even in the health world, I'm fucking passionate about what I do. Very.
Word. So the mint live right now, right? 420.
Yup, Men is live right now.
All right, we gonna
let's go.
open the room up for everybody because I'm sure they're gonna want to know more about the project and what's going
Okay,
on.
go ahead.
Mm-mm. All right, don't come up here trying to freestyle for styles. You know what I'm
Please don't.
saying?
Please don't. We want him to come back.
Nah, I'm
And
coming back to
you see
y'all.
how he,
I'm coming back, man.
you see how he put you see how he put the caveat on there. He was like, "Yo, if the music is good," I peeped it.
All right, Samurai, it's on you, bro.
Most excellent. Styles, thank you so much for your time coming in here.
Thanks.
Always been a big fan of your work. Good Times is one of my favorite songs of all time. Like that's my smoking song. So, if I could ask you anything, it's kind of what do you see in your community? Well, amongst your peers and the people around you, what do you notice about their awareness of this space, NFTs, crypto? What do you see about what they're doing? And do you see anybody that's kind of ahead of the game, or do you just kind of see everybody trailing behind? What's your perspective on that?
I don't see anybody as ahead or trailing in my community. Talk about where I live, or I mean, in my where I work, or things of that nature. I would say a lot of people don't know about the space, which I feel is important. Why it was important for me to link up with the Bulls. I felt they were just a really honest, upfront community. Um, when I spoke to Maine.
Oh no, don't let the internet
Yeah, no,
do it.
I'm here.
What was it
I had the
mean?
black mic. Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
Yeah,
yeah.
hear
we
you.
got
All
you.
right. Yeah, I think what was important, especially hearing from the Bulls, is that how they were willing to educate. Like you know what I mean? And I felt for me that was something when you hear crypto and NFTs and you're not really up on it, that shit really sounds like foreign language, alien talk. You kind of really don't get it. So when I was able to get people to sit down and break it down to me, because even me as a hustler, even when my friends was getting Bitcoin and all that, I was very skeptical about it. So when I was able to get a pure, like a kind of pure understanding of what was going on, how it was a new space, people that was just open and willing to talk to me, and I feel like it was something I had to do because enough people where I'm from aren't up on it. Like you know what I mean? Not personally in the hood. I would love to see a lot more people take time to invest their things in something they believe in. You know what I mean? For the long run.
Yeah. Is there a way that people, the average person like us, people in this room can help contribute to that other than just hosting our spaces and communicating with the people that we talk to? Like, is there anything that you could see from our side that we could do to help push this agenda or at least get this information to the people in a way that they can digest it and use it for
Yeah,
themselves?
pretty much like how we're on here right now. We need to have more rooms, but actually some physical rooms too, where other people could come through, see it. People who are skeptical could get to talk to people, and other intelligent people that they know is not just trying to be out here getting scammed or fuck money over or do stupid shit. I think when you get the more physical energy we get, I know that's not always possible, but the more people in this space don't really get to see too many people from the hood, like, you know what I mean, and that's kind of unfortunate. And people in the hood that do know about the space don't really get to have events to get other people more aware. So I think if we start doing like fucking hip hop crypto NFT events, you know what I'm saying, when that's the focus, everybody know exactly what it is. I think shit like that would get super dope results personally.
Nah, yeah, I agree with you because sometimes I feel like it's not always the message, but sometimes the messenger. And if you got people that look like us, like I got Dreads, TJ, just people that look like us in this space,
Yeah,
it's just open it up a little bit more for people to be like, all right, you know what I mean? I know bro wouldn't do me like that, wouldn't scam me, you know what I mean? Wouldn't lead me the wrong
yeah.
way. So I definitely see what you're saying there.
Because I think, and especially like you know, I'm adventurous. I'm an adventurous dude, and I eat healthy, ingest a lot of shit. So I'm always willing to see what's going on and what's new. And fortunately, I'm around the juice bar and around youth and around music and around youth. But the average dude who's probably 47 is like, I ain't taking no fucking time to get out and learn what crypto is. Or you probably see a son or a daughter coming home telling them about it and ain't really taking the time. But if I knew, like, if I see somebody young, somebody my age, somebody white young, somebody white middle age young, Latin, then you start seeing different faces, and then people you familiar with, or people who even like music you like, eat shit you like to eat, makes it easier to ask them questions. Because I think the big lack is that the shit sounds so foreign to people. It sounds like just something totally new, and it intimidates people. So I think when people get to have like people, we start throwing fucking events. I think that'll be informative events that's actually culturally cool. I think that's the way to reaching more people.
Hey, I just want to remind y'all it's a real limited supply. So if this something y'all want to get the mint live, so y'all gotta go in there and go buy that joint. Only a few people gonna get them verses.
Yeah. A
That
Okay,
love.
couple people win
you
an
going?
absolute free verse, but anybody who get in that studio with me, you stand a chance. It ain't gonna be just a verse. We're gonna make a song, and you're gonna own half of that song for the producer. So, and like I said,
Yeah.
100% of everybody gets the backstage pass for the Any Styles P show for life. 100% of everybody gets the pharmacy for life package. You know what I mean? And we rocking.
Hey, hey, Wealth, you want to go ahead, bro?
Oh, give it a Bev first.
Uh, yeah, she was out here.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Yo yo.
What's good?
Uh, what's good? Thanks for having me up, Tej. Styles P, thanks for coming to show us some love. I definitely saw your Breakfast Club interview a few years back when you was talking about your juice bar, and I'm like, dang, he is just super, super cool. So, appreciate you for being here. My question is the music that you're gonna make for that you make for this project and the music that you're gonna be making for like the NFT space, are you gonna be changing the material? Is it gonna be like you talking more about the crypto space or is just we still gonna be getting hard Styles P versus?
You're gonna get hard crypto verse. You're gonna get. I think like even the bull song right there. I would say it's a hard song, but it's definitely about the crypto space and the way I view it and the way I feel like going about it. I think naturally, not just because I'm Wall Street Bull, but I had bull behavior. So I think it's gonna be all over because it's gonna be a lot of everything. Actually, sis, I can see myself doing both. To be honest with you, I can see me doing something very, very extremely hard or extremely conscious, and just kind of making it for my core fan base. When it comes to music, I don't like to put myself in a box. Depending how I feel is going to be the shit I say, and yeah, I think sometimes I can make some limited art, some real creative shit.